What is up, everyone? Hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to the Referral Partner Acquisition Show, powered by StreamYard over here or here. Anyway, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, my name is Will Anagnos. As always, I'm here with my co-host, Panos Sklepanitis. Panos, what's going on, my friend?
How's it going, everybody? Well, first of all, happy Friday. It's going great. I mean, spring is around the corner. The days are sunny here in California. Can't complain.
It is a sunny day over here in Greece as well. Yeah, spring has definitely sprung upon us. Anyways, if you guys are new here, what we usually talk about every week, every Friday at this time, 12 noon Eastern, we talk about how you can acquire referral partners, how you can provide value to your referral partners so that you can maintain them long term, and how to retain them long term, of course. So if you find this valuable today, please let us know by slapping that like button or that heart button. If you have any questions, you want us to answer them live, then please drop them in the comments and we'll answer them live. So yeah, today we're going to be showcasing an all-in-one platform. It's called the Omega System. I'm going to say that one more time so everyone's understood. It's called the Omega System, or the Omega Lead Converter, officially. The biggest problem I've noticed is that loan officers don't have an all-in-one system. I still meet new loan officers who use Zapier, which a couple of years ago, that was a lifesaver. Nowadays, you can get rid of these third-party softwares and not have to pay $50, $40, $60 a month, whatever it is. There are all-in-one systems out there. So we have a system called the Omega Lead Converter, or just for short, the Omega System. And it helps you onboard referral partners, helps you generate leads, of course, and nurture every one of those two categories. It's all in one place. So you don't need these third-party softwares. You don't need things to speak to each other and connect with one another. Everything is in-house, in your system. I'm gonna just show you guys really quick the website that leads for it. So give me a second to show you that. And if you guys are interested, you can just type in Omega down below in the comments and we'll provide that for you. All right, here we go. Give me just a sec. Yeah, so welcome to Omega. This is the all-in-one referral partner and borrower onboarding and nurture system for mortgage professionals. And the best part is, guys, before Omega, to do the things that you had to do in your business to market yourself and to generate leads, you'd have to either pay a bunch of money to marketing companies, or you'd have to tie a bunch of softwares together to create Zaps in order to help facilitate customer and referral partner journey. But with Omega, you have funnels, forms, surveys, calendars, pipelines, workflows, triggers, tags, customer values. That should be custom values. I'll fix that. Video views, and now page visits. There's new things being added every month. All of that is in your hands, and all that in your hands makes this the greatest marketing tool on the planet. And so some of the highlights I'll focus on are the two-way communication. So you no longer need to hop from one app to email, one app to text, and one app for this and one app for that. You can do everything in one smart inbox, which is beautiful. If you're someone who likes to advertise a lot and you need to create landing pages and flyers for you to use digitally, that's created here. To manage your pipelines for your customers, your new leads that you're working, that you haven't maybe spoken yet, you're generating them, XYZ method. That's all here. And then making sure that you're getting business from Google, LinkedIn, and Facebook, or I should say Meta, Facebook and Instagram. And so just very powerful tools. And then within each, for what we could fit on this page, there's a lot here. It's an all-in-one tool overall, and that's all you need to know. So if you're looking for something that just like a main pain point a loan officer may have, I've noticed, and this may not be for you, but what I've heard is I need a system that is it's easy to import contacts.
Not this way. Push it back.
Like that. It's hard. I'm looking for a system that's easy to email, easy to send out texts all in one place, kind of like the two-way text I mentioned earlier, and something where it's not confusing. It's easy for me to set up. So let me show you guys the
actual. quickly mention something too from an LO's perspective.
All those things I just mentioned, we have solutions for them. Yeah, go for it, man. What's up?
Listen, basically, guys, what Will's saying is that the system we have been working for years to put together, and we're updating it every week, every month. We're constantly adding things. Is the only system you actually need to run your mortgage business. Okay, without getting into pricing engines and all the back end compliance stuff. We're talking about the front end sales, getting clients, getting referral partners, nurturing those people, setting up appointments, setting up tasks, reminders, having everything in one place. That will change the way you run your business. Because most people, let's say you were somebody who's been in the business 20 years, producing a ton of business. You probably used to having Excel, you're probably used to having 50 different websites and applications and software and this and that to run business. You don't need that. And my favorite feature, my favorite aspect of this system is the opportunities section, what will up in the screen. So I'm gonna give it back to him so he can kind of like go over, but yeah, kind of run through the opportunity section a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but there's a little bit of a signal issue. Panos, I can make out what you're saying, but it's a little choppy. So I'm also hearing that if someone else is as well. I did make out what you said though. Yeah. So let's just start with organization. So let's say you have a bunch of we're focusing on loan officers who need to organize their database better. And so what's been very helpful is to separate your borrowers from the actual borrowers that you have in the loan process. So I guess these would be new leads as labeled. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. So it's important to separate your leads, not on like an Excel sheet where you're limited and it gathers dust most of the time. You need to have a separate place for your new leads, for your actual borrowers that you're working with, for your realtors, for your divorce attorneys, for your builders, etc. And so, for example, if I'm going to the realtor pipeline, and you're generating realtor connections on the LinkedIn platform, then anytime a realtor would reply to you, they would pop up here. And then from there, you have the ability to drag them down the pipeline all the way until, first appointment done, second appointment done. This person's a top tier partner. That's your goal. And the most important part is you have everyone in a bird's eye view pipeline, so you can take them one by one down the pipeline without getting lost or confused or falling behind. Same thing for your borrowers, making sure that they have a new loan purchase in process, appraisal order, submitted to underwriting. This is all basic stuff. I'm sure most of you guys have this already, and you should. But do you have this in one place and do you have your other stuff in another? That's the problem. Because you need one system that tracks everything, tracks how many new leads do you have per day, how many leads have made it to the second stage per week or per day. These are important numbers to track. So every quarter you can evaluate and then, improve on wherever the bottlenecks are. That's how you scale. It's not by guessing and checking. You can't just guess and check. Tracking everything's very important. Everything's tracked in the dashboards. That's a boring section. It's where all the numbers are. But that's everything's tracked, and it's very important that you do that. And if you're wondering, let's go back to the realtor pipeline, because everyone knows if you've been watching us for a while, we love putting realtors in front of loan officers and making sure that they're establishing referral partnerships at the end of the day. So where do these realtors come from? Well, the coolest part about the Omega Lead Converter is that if you have the integrated LinkedIn extension right here, what we can do is we can click that, and sorry, my mouse is not, there we go. And how about let's just use Alberto, for example. Alberto, if you're watching this, please let us know. Yeah, so once I clicked that tab, it brought me over to this page, and let's pretend that you are Alberto. Alberto is a loan officer. And let's pretend that you're targeting, realtors, Miami, etc. Those realtors that you're prospecting through Alpha Prospector, which is a sub feature in Omega. This is starting conversations for Alberto on LinkedIn so that Alberto can just respond to warm people who want to chat. So as that happens, those names end up showing up here. And then from there, but depending on what they said, if they wanted to chat, Alberto would just put them right here. And so overall, I'm not going to go through campaigns and stuff, but I mean, I can if someone wants to ask that question. I'm happy to answer questions. But if you don't have a system where you can organize your borrowers, new leads, realtor partners, etc., other referral partners, and at the same time have a system that puts them into your database so that you're literally onboarding them into a system to be nurtured. All you need to get them to do on LinkedIn, for example, is to reply, or on Facebook, for example, is to opt into the ad. Once they've done that, once they've opted in or connected with you, or they're your friend, etc., they're in a system that is supposed to help you nurture them and organize them so that you actually are moving the needle forward with every single person you meet, not just not things do lots of things they fizz into nothingness, and we don't want that. So I've been talking a while. Panos, have I missed anything, or do you think, as a loan officer, any common questions?
Well, first of all, can you hear me? How's my signal? Can you hear me?
It's not the best, but I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you a mic.
Yeah. I mean, I have the mic. I think something's wrong with my Wi-Fi. I think
I can hear you fine now. It's
okay,
good now.
cool.
We're good. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know where to start, man, for us, because we live in this system, like we know it so well. It's so hard when you just like listing out all the different features, and we don't want to do that. But like another thing that I love about it is the reputation management. You didn't really talk about that. Can you touch base on that?
Yeah. So it's very important to generate leads, to network with potential referral partners. It's also really important to gather reviews. And so without having to, again, pay a marketing company to help you get reviews, or in order for you to not have to figure out how to, one by one, get people to leave you reviews. I love this as well. Good idea bringing it up. So if you click the reputation tab over here, what you can basically do is send requests. So you can send an email to someone, you can send a text message to someone, and a very professional looking text message or email, which is templated out. Is sent to whoever you want it to go to. You can send it to one person, you can send it to 100 people. If you have 100 past clients who you can ask for a review on your Google platform, because you haven't, even though they probably wrote you a review years ago, you're growing your Google business page, and you want their assistance, you want their review, because you worked with them, you helped them get into their home. And so if you had 100 people to ask, and half of them left you, half of them said, yeah, I'll leave you a review, and in the next couple of days you have 50 reviews in a couple of days. That is possible. And the coolest part about the system is that it helps gamify it. So you have how many invites do I want? Like, how many reviews do I want is the goal. And how many did you receive? How many were positive or negative? Obviously, they're all going to be positive for you guys. The average rating, invite trends. You have like all these statistics, and you can find out where people preferring to write us reviews, or where are they going if we don't guide them somewhere. And so to send a review, it's super easy. You just click send review request. You type in the person's name. As we can see, we have a bunch of dummy names. I want this borrower to leave me a review, and then his contact info populates, and you click send, and he gets a really beautiful text message or email, depending on what you pick, basically saying, hey, if you have a moment, leave your personal and honest experience working with me, or any feedback. That would be much appreciated. Just 2 sentences. You can even script out how to request the review. So if you have a specific strategy that gets people to do it right now, that's better than something that we have, then you can customize it, which is the best part. However, you may not need to, because we do have pretty good scripts for that. So yeah, just really important to have an all-in-one system. Just very important to have an all-in-one system. Otherwise, you are paying for a way to get reviews, paying for a way to generate leads, paying for, and not just paying. It could be you could be paying with your time. spending time or money trying to connect with people on social media platforms or in person, the time it takes to get up, drive, get stuck in traffic, pay for gas, other tiny things that happen along the way. You can streamline things so that everything comes to your screen. So wherever you go to in the morning, your desk, your computer, your phone, maybe you work from your bed. Everything can be done in one platform, which is super important. So if you guys have any questions and you guys are watching this live, I'd love to answer your direct questions. Otherwise, I'll just get into another awesome reason why, if you don't have an all-in-one platform for all of your marketing needs, then continue watching. You guys definitely need one. So I don't see any comments. So yeah, what's up? Otherwise, I was going to talk more about the calendars.
Oh, a quick. I was about to mention the calendar. Like everybody uses Calendly. Everybody uses all these third-party apps.
Yeah. So what I've noticed is that there's two categories of people. People either pay $10 a month or $20 a month for a good calendar software like Calendly, or they just use like Google, or they don't pay for anything. They use the Google or the Outlook Teams emails or calendar settings. What I've noticed is that people tend to no-show those appointments at a much higher rate unless you have some sort of reminder automation. Now, you may have reminder automation, confirmation, and all those good things via text, via email. You may have those things if you're paying for a software. Those softwares can go up to like 10, 12, $15 a month. Not a lot of money, not like nothing. It's nothing. But if you're someone where that's a lot of money and you're like, I need to schedule appointments, I need to have a structure for that, a system, but I don't want to pay for that. Well, if you have the Omega Lead Converter and you're already using a system that manages your pipelines, etc., everything I showed you, you can also just use the calendar software. So you can create multiple calendars, such as an in-person calendar and a phone call calendar. These are all for dummies. So as you can see, it's just this client full name, a Zoom call calendar, so that when you want to speak with someone, you can either schedule a specific appointment or you can send them a link and they can schedule the appointment themselves in your specific calendar. And you can create workflows behind it so that they're getting specific reminders the way you want it set up. The cool part about Omega Lead Converter is that you don't need to do any of that. It's already done for you, but you can customize it, which is the cool part. And you can stop paying for Calendly and other email software. Or if you're not paying for Calendly, you can stop facing no-shows and not being organized with your calendars. It's so simple. But every single aspect of your business needs a system. The way you book appointments needs a system. The way you respond to everybody on a daily basis needs to be systemized. If it's random, you're going to be that person. Unfortunately, I can think of a few people on top of my head. You're going to be that person who misses messages, either on your phone or in email or on LinkedIn. Don't be that person, because usually those people, that could turn into business. It does turn into business. I've seen it firsthand. So it's very important you have an all-in-one system, guys. All-in-one system. It looks like we got a question on the board. Let me put it up. Can you show where someone would create a new message sequence in Alpha Prospector to automatically go to a targeted group? Absolutely. It'll be a little difficult because first we'll have to create the targeted group, but I'm happy to go through that. So first, you need to locate and target a specific group using the LinkedIn platform, LinkedIn search platform. You can use free basic, or if you want to actually get legitimate good leads, then you need to use Sales Navigator. So hopefully you guys understood that. Now, after the list is set up, let's go ahead and do what David requested. So to do that, you would just go to the Alpha or LinkedIn integration tool.
Can you hide the comment so people can see your screen?
They can see my screen. What do you mean?
Okay, go ahead.
All good? Tech-wise, are we all good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So to create a new, let me read it one more time. Can you show where someone create a new message sequence? Yes. Okay. So to create a new message sequence, it's as easy as just clicking create a new campaign. We don't have that list that I hypothetically mentioned a minute ago. So let's pretend like we're duplicating a campaign. So I know David wants to prospect realtors in Minnesota, Minneapolis specifically. So if we just click these three dots and we click duplicate campaign steps, I can just quickly make a test and click next. And this may not work because we need to get a new list. Okay. So this, I'm not going to be able to show you guys, unfortunately. I'm going to plan for this next time, how to create a new one, but I can show you how to edit an existing one. It's basically this, I'm showing you the same thing. So let's say you want to create a sequence. A sequence looks something, and it can vary. It can look like a tree, or it can just be linear. So if we scroll down right here, we have our sequence. We have first find the lead, then view their profile, then invite them to connect. And if they do, send the first touch point. And right here is where you can, well, craft your outreach scripts so that they go out in the timely fashion that you want. So David, excellent question. That's not exactly what you were asking for, but hopefully you guys understand this is just a specific outreach script connected to one of these sequences.
Yeah, next week we can show next week exactly from start to finish for people who do have Omega, how they can set up a campaign through Alpha.
Yeah, if you guys want that, please comment below campaign and we'll make that happen for you upon request, please. So let us know down below. Yeah, so let me just dive, since we're in Alpha Prospector, this Alpha Prospector is talking to realtors on David's behalf while David is sleeping. And when realtors respond, in this case, how many have responded to this specific can? This is a new one, actually. So let me go to the original. 156. So 156 realtors would have popped up right here in stage one. This is not David's account, but this is the dummy account. But this is where 156 people would have, not at the same time, guys, like, over a couple months period. I believe 3 or 4 would pop up here. And then from here, depending on what they said, do they want to chat? Are they not sure? Are they on vacation and they want to chat later? Like, this is so much better than having to shift through your inbox and lose potential referral partners. So much better. So I can't stress enough. It's very important to have an all-in-one system. If you are a loan officer and you have more than a couple systems, and think to yourself, could I merge my systems together into one? And if I did, how would that impact my business? I have Calendly, I have Zapier, and one more, guys. And I use a Pipedrive, a random CRM. All those things are very limited. How do I put all those 3 things together? You get the Omega Lead Converter. That's how you do it. So
I'm sold.
Yeah, guys, if you want to see more of this, we'll do it next week. I think that's enough for today, though. Unless you think I have anything else to say, or you have anything else I want to show, is what I meant.
I think we're good for today, and I think moving forward we will show specifically more things. Today was
comment, guys, so we know, so we have things to actually demonstrate. But overall, everyone asks, I need an all-in-one platform. Where do I go? I see in Facebook groups all the time people asking, what's the CRM everyone uses? What's this? What's that? The best CRM is the one you use. But if you want to make sure that you have all the tools and not think, oh, am I gonna need, the worst part is like subscribing to something and then finding out you need to get an extension or an upsell. Like, that sucks. You don't have that problem when you use Omega Lead Converter. You just need one tool to do everything for you, to have conversations with your leads and referral partners, to schedule appointments, to manage your opportunities, the pipelines, to market yourself in various ways. I'm just going to stop right there. I can go on and on. So if you guys found this valuable, please let us know by commenting below. If you guys want to see something specific, please let us know by commenting below. Panos, thanks for joining me. Guys, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week at this time. Take care.